Now, I'll just make the one final point. As those of you who've been watching some of these videos have seen, I'm rather a big guy. I lift a lot of heavy weights. I've got ridiculously heavy partial range deadlifts and squats. The typical, stereotypical I should say, example of somebody or other who lifts heavy weights is someone who's completely muscle bound and has no flexibility. Really nothing could be further from the truth. There's no reason why you cannot develop strength and flexibility alongside each other. And indeed, I would argue that you should always develop strength and flexibility alongside each other. If you have flexibility without strength, the body becomes unstable, joints become weak, ligaments become endangered. If you have strength without flexibility, you might be very strong, but in an incredibly limited range of motion, which can then lead to all sorts of biomechanical problems. Strength and flexibility basically should be developed alongside each other. Now, I'm 43, I lift a lot of heavy weights. I don't actually do very much, if any, stretching. Okay, I practice martial arts, and a certain amount of that involves some quite exaggerated motions and low postures, but I don't actually have any regular stretch regime. And yet, there's no problem with, this is way above my height, no problem with me doing something like a motion like that, simply because I keep active, I keep moving. Even though I deadlift very heavy weights, even though I squat very, very heavy weights, and even though I personally do a lot of, exaggerated motions, but don't actually set time aside to stretch, I can still maintain my flexibility at a very high level. There is absolutely no reason why a runner, who's probably a lot lighter than I am, should have limited flexibility. The only reason that most runners have limited flexibility is that they don't do anything to encourage them to become flexible or to maintain the flexibility they have. If you're of any age, like William in your 50s or older, 60s, 70s, myself in your 40s, there is absolutely no reason why your flexibility shouldn't be taken to whatever level you want, simply by doing a few exercises, not overdoing it, just working at them every so often, and sooner or later you will become as flexible as you want to be.